Life is full of ups and downs. Life is full of ins and outs. But don't give up and don't feel down. Just learn to fly and you'll get by. But don't give up and don't feel
A balloon carrying Mr. Phileas Fogg and his butler, Passepartout, lands in a park. As Fogg and Passepartout meet the students, their teacher, Professor Tongue Twister, takes off in the balloon. As Tongue Twister begins to travel in space and time, he lands in Sherwood Forest, where he meets Robin Hood. As Robin Hood tries to rob him, the Sheriff of Nottingham's soldiers arrive and make the robber run away. As Robin Hood runs away, the soldiers find Professor Tongue Twister's credit card. As Tongue Twister continues his journey by balloon, he arrives at 221B Baker Street, London. As he tries to help Sherlock Holmes to solve the Nottingham Wall mystery, Dr. Watson attempts to give him an injection. As Professor Tongue Twister runs out, Dr. Watson starts to read the story of Robin Hood for the 48th time.
You know, Holmes, please don't be offended, but I'm not totally convinced about the Nottingham Wall mystery.
Why is that, my dear Watson?
Isn't it a fact that in those days, soldiers could not read?
You know, Watson, you may well be right.
So, isn't it rather surprising, according to your theory, that soldiers could write? What kind of education do you suppose they had?
Elementary, my dear Watson. Elementary.
Where will he land this time?
Life is full of ups and downs. Life is full of ins and outs. But don't give up and don't feel down. Just learn to fly and you'll get by. But don't give up and don't feel down. Just learn to fly and you'll get by. Fly high, fly high. Yes, you can if you try. Up and down, out and about. Round and round, in and out. Fly high, fly high. Yes, you can if you try. Up and down, out and about. Round and round, in and out.
Hello? Hello? Aren't you there, my love? I don't think he is there. I'll ask again. Hi there. Aren't you there, sweetheart? Isn't anybody out there? I don't know what's going on. Why doesn't he ever let me know when he's going to be late? Why doesn't he ever send me a message? I can't wait forever.
Stop on guard.
Excuse me?
Stop and fight.
I can't fight now.
Why not?
I'm wearing my Sunday best.
So what?
I don't want to get it creased or stained.
You won't. I'll make it quick and clean.
Hold it! How about tomorrow?
Why not today?
Because I have a date, and I hate to be late for a date. Oh.
It is getting late, and he is not there. Does this mean that he doesn't care? My heart's in pain. We'd better check again. Are you there, my love? This is all very strange. No answer, no song. Why is he making me wait so long? Something must be wrong.
You are Romeo Montague, aren't you?
Yes, and you know where I'm going, don't you?
You've got a date with my cousin Juliet, haven't you?
That's right. And this is the third time this week that you've tried to stop me here, isn't it?
But this time, I'm not joking, am I? One more move, Romeo, and you are history.
Look, I'd love to stay and discuss this, but I'm late. aren't I?
I don't care, do I? The night is young, the moon is bright. So draw your sword, stand up and fight.
You want to fight? All right, I might. Hold this, will you?
Oh, sure.
This is getting absolutely ridiculous. I've been waiting here for an entire act and he still hasn't come. Maybe he doesn't love me anymore. Or maybe he's in love with someone else. Oh, my love, where are you?
Oh, what nice architecture.
Is that you, Romeo?
Romeo?
Hurry up, honey. It's me, Juliet.
Juliet?
Yes. I'm up on the balcony. Climb up.
Climb up? Balcony? Well, why not? I mean, I've always been a bit of a Romeo, haven't I?
Romeo, grab this.
Are you sure this will work, darling?
It's always worked before. Come up. What's wrong?
Nothing, sweetie.
It's getting late. Come up.
Everything's all right. Just hold tight.
Well, come up, lad. What's wrong?
Nothing.
Well, come up, lad. It's getting late.
Ladder. That's what we need.
Juliet,
Yes, Romeo.
you haven't got a ladder by any chance, have you? I'm coming, Juliet.
Oh, darling, are you fighting for me again? How nice of you. Don't take too long.
Let me just finish this, and I'll be right there. Juliet, where's that ladder?
Who are you? Get out of here. Romeo, get him.
What's another one? I'll get you.
Watch out, Romeo. There, stage right.
So what do we do now?
Well, I suppose we could go through the balcony scene again. Or we could do the one that comes after it.
Let's do the one that comes after it.
Right. Let's start. So what's the cue?
My mind's gone blank.
Let's ask the prompter. Prompter?
Prompter?
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father, and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Well, that was close, wasn't it? I could have broken every bone in my body, couldn't I? I shouldn't be doing things like this at my age, should I? I mean, I'm not a teenager anymore, am I? Still, could be worse, couldn't it? Maybe the body's getting a bit older, but the heart and the spirit are still young, aren't they? It's time for a rhyme, isn't it? There once was a boy from Verona who all through his life was a loner. As he'd often come late, his poor girlfriend would wait, since he never was able to phone her. There once was a girl from Verona who wanted her boyfriend to own her. Yet she took her own life, and instead of a wife, she became a broken heart donor.
Mr. Phileas Fogg, a gentleman of leisure, and his butler Passepartout were flying over a park in their balloon. Suddenly they heard someone say, "People can't fly." They stayed in the park and continued the lesson with the students. In the meantime, their teacher, Professor Tongue Twister, took off in the balloon. He soon discovered that he could travel in space and time and enter the world of literature. First of all, he visited Sherwood Forest, where he met Robin Hood. He then flew to 221B Baker Street, London, where he called on Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson. Finally, he landed in Verona under the balcony on which Juliet was waiting for Romeo.
Juliet didn't notice that Tongue Twister was not Romeo and invited him to climb up.
Romeo, grab this!
Unfortunately, Tongue Twister couldn't manage it without a ladder.
Come up! What's wrong?
Nothing, sweetie.
Suddenly, Romeo arrived,
What's another one? I'll get you.
and the professor had to make a quick exit, leaving the lovers alone on the balcony.
Where to now?
It all depends on the winds and the weather.
Life is full of ups and downs. Life is full of ins and outs. But don't give up and don't feel down. Just learn to fly and you'll get by. But don't give up and don't feel down. Just learn to fly and you'll get by. Fly high, fly high. Yes, you can if you try. Up and down, out and about. Round and round, in and out. Fly high, fly high. Yes, you can if you try. Up and down, out and about. Round and round, in and out. Life is full of ups and downs. Life is full of ins and outs. But don't give up and don't feel down. Just learn to fly and you'll get by. But don't give up and don't feel down.
This looks like a good place for our lesson. Sit down, everyone.
Professor Tongue Twister and his students have decided to have a lesson in a park. A balloon carrying Mr. Phileas Fogg and his butler Passepartout has landed nearby. Mr. Fogg and Passepartout have stayed with the students, and their teacher has taken off in the balloon. On his travels, Professor Tongue Twister has visited Sherwood Forest and met Robin Hood, the famous outlaw.
Stay right where you are.
He has also visited 221B Baker Street in London and helped Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Watson to solve the Nottingham Wall mystery. He has flown to Verona and got to know Romeo and Juliet.
Romeo! Romeo, get him!
Where to now?
All right, let's start. Listen carefully and then repeat. It often hails in Wales, but rarely in the Dales.
It often ails in...
No, my dear. Listen to this. It often hails in Wales, but rarely in the Dales. Try to avoid the glottal stops. It will make a great difference. Also, remember the H sound and the right pronunciation of the diphthongs in Hales, Wales, and Dales. Do you understand what I mean? All right, then just listen carefully. Follow my example. Everything will be fine. Hales, whales, dales.
Ales, dales, whales. How about that, Professor?
It's not perfect yet, but slowly, I think very slowly, we will get there. Now, repeat. It often hails in Wales, but rarely in the dales.
It often ails in the dales of Wales.
No, no, no. Say it like this. It often hails in Wales, but rarely in the dales. Mind both the pronunciation and the intonation, and everything will be fine.
Right. The intonational situation. It often ails.
No! Hails in Wales.
In Wales, but rarely in the dales.
That's right. Rarely in the dales. That was fairly good. Next time, it will be even better.
Thank you, Professor.
Now, let's try another one. My home in Rome is full of foam.
Me home in Rome is full of...
What are you laughing at?
I'm sorry, Professor, but this is a bit silly, isn't it?
Did you say silly? Look, young lady, this is supposed to be a serious lesson, so please don't make fun of it.
I'm sorry, Professor.
Now promise me it won't happen again.
I'll promise it will never happen again. Me home in Rome is full of...
Foam! Foam! Listen to the music of the sounds. Home, Rome, foam. Now repeat. A home in Rome.
A home in Rome.
I think she's got it. She's got it. Well done. Now, let's try another example. A tale about a male whale.
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 A tale about a male whale with a home in Rome.
A tale about a male whale with a home in Rome.
And once again together.
A tale about a male whale with a home in Rome.
Splendid. Splendid. Perfect. Now, let me think of a new example.
What about this one? The sleet in Crete falls mainly in the street.
Go on, repeat it.
The sleet in Crete falls mainly in the street.
Very good. I think she's got it.
Thank you, Eliza. That will be all for today.
Thank you, Professor. Same time next week.
Yes, my dear.
Thanks. Oh, thanks. Thanks.
Just who are you, sir? I can tell you must be a linguist or have a natural talent for languages.
My cards, sir.
Professor Tongue Twister of the Royal Society of Multilinguists. I am honored. I am thrilled and honored. You must forgive the mess. Please, make yourself comfortable. Will you kindly take a seat?
Thank you. And you must be Professor Higgins. I've read all about you. I must say, your famous example, how does it go? The rain in Spain lands mainly on the plain.
Stays mainly in the plain.
Yes, of course. I must say that sentence of yours is one of my favorite examples of triple rhyming diphthongization.
Thank you, Professor. I must admit that triple rhyming is one of my favorite areas. You must be thirsty. Would you care for a cup of tea?
I'd be delighted, but you mustn't let me take your time.
Oh, no, no, no. Here you are.
Thank you.
Well, Professor, I must admit that your example, I mean the one about Crete, was also most impressive. Could you repeat it for me?
Of course. The sleet in Crete falls mainly in the street.
Absolutely brilliant. The tripleness of the rhyme, it takes my breath away. I must write it down. Would you mind if I used it in my article entitled The Influence of Continental Weather Conditions on Multiple Rhyming in Great Britain?
Not at all. Be my guest.
Thank you, Professor.
That's not all. Would you like to hear some more?
I'm all ears.
The breeze in Belize blows mostly through the trees.
Extraordinary. Would you mind waiting a moment while I write it down?
Of course not.
I'm ready for another. Fire away.
How about this? The snow is slow if the winds don't blow.
The past won't last because life's too fast.
It's not right at night if the light's too bright.
It is fair to despair when your hair is not there. Yes, Constable? What can I do for you?
It's about the vehicle that seems to be obstructing the road. I must ask the owner to remove it.
I see.
Are you the owner, sir?
No.
Whose is it, then?
It's mine, innit? You want me to remove it, then?
Right away if I were you, sir.
Goodbye, Professor Higgins.
Goodbye, Professor Tongue Twister. Meeting you has been a most memorable experience. You must visit me again sometime.
With the greatest of pleasure. Sorry. I won't be a minute. Bye. Well. Isn't life just full of surprises? I've always wanted to meet Henry Higgins, and now I have. Keep trying, and eventually you'll succeed. Keep rhyming, and eventually you'll write a poem. It's time for a rhyme. A fair lady with strange pronunciation sold carnations near Charing Cross Station. Till a teacher of speech with a passion to teach took her home to improve intonation. The mistakes she first made were horrendous, but her mind was astute and stupendous. And it now seems quite fair that these two formed a pair. And their happiness was truly tremendous.
Life is full of ups and downs. Life is full of ins and outs. But don't give up and don't feel down. Just learn to fly and you'll get by. But don't give up and don't feel down. Just learn to fly and you'll get by. Fly high, fly high. Yes, you can if you try. Up and down, out and about. Round and round, in and out. Fly high, fly high. Yes, you can if you try. Up and down.